Back to one of our top stories, heatwave conditions continuing today in Gauteng, parts of Mpumalanga, Limpopo, the Northwest, Free State and the Northern Cape. The high temperatures have resulted in some dam levels dropping. To find out if we need to worry, we're joined by Department of Water Affairs spokesperson Sputnik Ratau. Good afternoon to you, Sputnik, and thank you for your time. So, should we be worried or is everything under control?
Thank you so much for the time, Tempertatures. At the moment, we are concerned, obviously, with the high rate of evaporation from our dam levels that emanate from the heat wave, as you correctly put it. And therefore, we do have a concern, but at the moment, especially speaking about the integrated Vaal River system, we are not in a position where we can say we need to panic. We still have sufficient water, but obviously, we would love everyone to be conscious of the fact that the levels are dropping very quickly, and therefore we need to be conscious of how we use our water.
So with these levels dropping so quickly, I'd imagine that it's not a case of only evaporation, but also increased water use because of the hot weather.
Absolutely correct, because in the situation that we are in, obviously people need to hydrate themselves, they need to hydrate their animals, be it stock life or whatever, as well as other uses that would be able to keep people in healthy temperatures, at least to be able to overcome the heat wave. And we are concerned that as the weather services have predicted that we will continue having this heat wave probably into January, that will affect, the expected rainfall to a great degree.
The heat wave speaks to weather in the inland parts of South Africa. What about the coast? I mean, the Western Cape, you remember this time last year, had a very grim outlook. The city of Cape Town, we were told, is looking at the possibility of day zero. And the last update, if I recall, had put dam levels in the province at around 57%. Has that improved or worsened?
Well, the situation in the Western Cape did improve to a certain extent, but obviously not to the point where we were quite happy, because we were hoping that the dam levels in the Western Cape would average at least over 80%, which did not happen. The Eastern Cape has always been a concern because the waters did not recharge sufficiently to assist the water courses. The Northern Cape to a certain extent as well. We know that KwaZulu-Natal did recover up to a certain point, but obviously because of the situation that we are in, that is why we also have them in our sides as well as the Northwest and the Free State.
Speak to us about the overall interventions that you have in place to avoid a repeat of those scary moments that we had in the last 2 years or so.
We continue to do the work that we have to do in terms of availing bulk water systems. But obviously that has got to work together with municipalities in terms of reticulation and so on. So all of us have got to really work together towards ensuring that South Africans do not run out of this critical service. And that is something that we are sitting on, that's something that we are working with together with the Department of Cooperative Government as well as local government.
Cooperation between government and people will be very important if we are to save water. Do you think South Africans have learned any lessons from what's happened over the last 24 months with the water scarcity and the drought?
Tempertatures, the last 4 years should have been a very good lesson for us as South Africans, that South Africa does continue to be a water-scarce country. But when we look at the actual practice, we realize that South Africans have not really come to accepting the fact that South Africa is a water-scarce country. And we do need all South Africans in all walks of life, not just domestic, but as well as industry, as well as mining and agriculture, to really come to the party.
Sputnik Ratau, spokesperson for the Water and Sanitation Department, thank you for your time this afternoon.